welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a scrapbook process video for the Wild Hare kits. In the Wild Hare kits, you get a cut file that's already pre-cut for you, which is so awesome, especially for those of you who don't have cutting machines. It is awesome to get this cut file in your kit. So every time you order, you'll get one, and now, you'll always get one in the deluxe. If you get a petite kit, you have to request it just because it doesn't automatically come in the petite kits. So here is the cut file that I'm using and the paper that I'm using. If you want to see what I got in my kit, I posted a video a few days ago showing my unboxing. Oh yes, and the other thing I wanted to say was that this is my first project for this kit. So yeah, so everything is brand new to me and I kind of have the whole kit to explore. So I made it really easy for myself and I just glued the cut file down on the piece of paper, let it dry, and then cut it out afterwards, and that worked really well for me. I'm just trying to decide here which background I wanted to use. I decided to use a pattern paper background, which is kind of unusual for me, but these papers from Pink Fresh Studio are just absolutely stunning for backgrounds. They just have this beautiful watercolor background, and so I thought it would be perfect to use for this project. And I absolutely adore that floral paper that's also from Pink Fresh Studio. I got a lot of Pink Fresh in my kit. And yeah, so I want to incorporate that somehow. So I'm going to do that. And you can see I'm tearing some paper here because I want to do some layers. And I thought I wanted to do it on the top, but I end up moving it to the bottom. And then so that the watercolor, the yellow watercolor of the background paper would be at the top. So I matted my photo with some white paper. And now I'm going to use some of this pink paper that I'm going to be using on the bottom of the layout to bring everything together and to make sure your eye is going up and down the page and that everything is coordinated. And then I'm going to use this paper. At first I just cut it, but then I do end up ripping it because I like that, like tearing it because I like that look. And again, draws your eye to the bottom, makes everything a little more matching. And yeah, so I'm just working on my layers here. And the key to layers is to make sure that all the papers don't line up with each other, if that makes sense. So yes, on the left, they kind of line up with each other, but they end and start at different places. I hope that makes sense. But that's just a quick little tip for layering. So now I want to start gluing things down so I can figure out placement better. And I have this little scrap that I add on that's just absolutely adorable. I love the purple. The colors are just so stunning in this kit that I got. If you don't know, the Wild Hare Kits is a hand-curated kit. So you fill out a style profile and you give suggestions on what kind of products you're looking for in the projects you're working on, and then a kit will be created just for you. So I got these absolutely stunning flowers from their acetate flowers from Pink Fresh Studio. Oh my goodness, I haven't even seen these before. They're so stunning. And I know maybe the sun doesn't really coordinate well with flowers. I don't know. That doesn't really bother me. I just kind of put it all together. It doesn't have to be like super realistic or anything. And I just think these flowers are just beautiful. So I want to surround my photo with them, and I just use my regular adhesive to adhere them. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I don't really see it that much. So yeah, it doesn't bother me. I know some people are pretty picky about what adhesive they use for their acetate and vellum and stuff like that. But I'm just layering the flowers, and I'm making a little cluster at the bottom as well. And I really love the background paper using pattern paper. I had gotten out a white piece of paper. As you can see, that's what all the flowers are on. but I really wanted to try using pattern paper. And I think these Pink Fresh Studio papers, they're just so subtle and soft, and they make it so easy to use as a background, where I find with like sometimes with crepe paper, and you guys know I love crepe paper, but sometimes the pattern paper backgrounds can just be so vibrant and just way too much. Whereas this is very subtle, so it's easier to use as a background. And I have these little, I don't know, they're kind of like epoxy, I don't know. But anyway, I have these little thickers, I guess you could call them, from a little bit older Maggie Holmes collection. I love Maggie Holmes and crepe paper, so it was really cool that she was able to incorporate new Pink Fresh Studio projects with older crepe paper and Maggie Holmes products. So that's the super fun thing about these kits, and I'm just kind of adding to the little floral arrangement and bringing everything together by using some of these stickers, so that it's not just my title that's in that I don't know, texture or whatever. So I add that bird at the top too, and that's really cute. And so I have the title that's in those stickers, and then at the top the bird, and the bottom the XO, and then I just scattered some hearts around so that I have all these different textures in all the different places, as well as the acetate from the flowers, and the paper from the cup file, the background, the bottom cluster, everything. It kind of all comes together, and all items are in different places. So I was going through this one, but it just did not work, that chipboard. And also, if I were to add one of those, I feel like I would have needed to add more. I tested out the flare, nothing worked. I tested out these acrylic pieces that are just stunning, but I didn't really want to add another element. I had the hearts everywhere, so I felt I didn't really need the stars. And then I'm just going to take a little Sharpie pen and make a border, to outline the whole thing. And I think that brings it together, because I think it needed a little bit more black, because I have the black in the title, and the picture in some spots is quite dark too from my outfit. So just kind of ties it all together, I think. And I do add some journaling as well. Now that I think about it, I probably should have done some stamping or something, but I think it all works well and looks good. Now with the cut file, I did leave some of the rays like popping up, so I didn't use foam or anything. I just simply didn't glue it. But I don't know where I went here. I'm sorry. Took a pause for a second. So I was thinking, should I not do the journaling? And I forgot about this. I did some doodling throughout the page to add a little bit more of that black. And then sorry about my head, but I am going to add quickly that journaling in, just a few little lines. It's a picture of me in front of my cherry tree in my backyard. And the blossoms are just so gorgeous every spring. So that about sums it up. I hope you're feeling inspired. I really, really had fun with this, and I just have a blast with these cut files. It's just so great that we get them in the kits, and have a good day. Bye.